Now let's try to disentangle the two. First of all, the Diet Coke itself is giving you some caffeine. And caffeine definitely is one of the treatments we use for migraines sometimes. So you have caffeine inside medications like Excedrin, Fioricet. Both are headache medications, and caffeine does have a role to play. Now, the French fries themselves, it's really not so much about the French fries or the salt or the McDonald's for that matter. However, I think it's really more about the eating. So there was a study a few years ago that looked at migraine triggers in about 2,000 participants. And what they found was that fasting or not eating was one of the most common triggers. Now, that was more of a trigger than any of the individual foods like chocolate or cheese. And so potentially you could argue that the person who's having the migraine maybe did not eat that day yet. That's why eating will ultimately help with their headaches. Now, when you're having a migraine and you're having some nausea with it, which one's going to be more appealing? Is it going to be broccoli and Brussels sprouts, or is it going to be French fries? Yeah, I'm not advocating for people eating McDonald's or French fries and Diet Coke. I'm just saying that potentially there might be a rationale for why this might help with some people for some of their headaches. So it's in a gray zone. I'm not gonna say it's BS, but it's also not super legit. So it's somewhere in the middle.